Group action at Happy Valley this week with the January Cup. It's a Group 3 contest over the 1,800 metres and a pretty decent undercard as well to get into. Very warm welcome to Racing to Win, your one-stop shop for Hong Kong racing. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joined here in the studio by Paul Lally, our form analyst, and race caller Brett Davis as well. And Brett, we got last year's winner back in Harbour Master, but some interesting horses. Golden Age is a nice horse coming through the ranks, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. He's a very interesting horse, of course, potential Derby horse, all being equal as well, the Golden Age. But yes, Harbour Master returns. He's not in the form that he was last year when he was able to win the race narrowly over circuit land in a real grandstand finish. But it's a race that's full of experts at the Valley. And it's going to be a thrilling contest. Group racing at Happy Valley is always exciting.
Speaking of experts, Paul joins us once more. Paul, decent jackpots in the triple trio, a small one in the 6-win bonus as well.
Yeah, it's worth 600,000. Yeah. It's relative, isn't it? We got 6 million, of course, in the triple trio, 600,000 in the 6-win. So no first starters, which is interesting because we've had a host of first starters that we've seen out in the last sort of 6 weeks or so, but we've got none in this particular meeting. But as you said, we've got the horses like the Golden Age, so add to the Derby. And Harbour Master won the race last year, but they've been using different tactics with him, so interesting to see what sort of tactics they do adopt.
Yeah, John Moore's double-handed in the race as well. He's got Eagle Way, who's an interesting inclusion as well. Big news this week, guys, though, as well. Kay Chong, she's been off the track all season with injury, but she's finally called time on a short but very successful career. Yeah,
it's a real pity, unfortunately, for Hong Kong racing to lose Kay, but she's been battling a number of injuries over the last probably 6 months or so. She's been a real credit to herself with what she's achieved here in Hong Kong. She rode 37 winners for Francis Loy, of course. She was indentured to him. She also won the inaugural Tony Cruz Award and won an overseas award as well. To battle it out with the boys here in Hong Kong has been no easy feat, I wouldn't imagine, and she had some very memorable moments.
She did, four-timer in one day, which we're seeing on screen here now. And she opened a lot of doors up. You know, she did create a lot of sort of history, didn't she, with her riding here. And as you say, for her to compete with some of these top riders we've got here, she's very good on front runners.
Yeah, we wish her all the best, and hopefully, I'm sure the Jockey Club feels this way as well, that she can inspire some other young ladies in China and Asia to pursue a career in riding.
I'm sure we haven't heard the last of her either.
No, not at all. Yeah, the doors are still very much open, aren't they, for Kay? We wish her the very best of luck. All right, let's look back first before we look forward onto the weekend's action. Of course, the Bohemia Sprint Trophy was the feature in our racing review. Now, John Size had 2 representatives going into here. Joe Moreira picked House of Fun, which left Caris Deaton on Premier, who's been riding all season in actual fact, and unbeaten over this course and distance. Yeah, and unbeaten from 4 now this season. It's not easy for any horse to win 4 races in a season, let alone your only 4 starts. I must admit, I thought he was vulnerable in this race. I thought it was quite an intriguing mix of horses, and I thought he might be slightly vulnerable, but yet again, he lifted the bar.
He did. It was good to see Fabulous One back to a little bit of form too there as well. He ran second. He had the best draw of Premier, didn't he? He made the use of it. Didn't really get into a speed battle and hit the line strongly. It was a good win. Yeah, Group 3 prize. Of course, a handicap. Not listening to me. You can just see his head poking in there. Good run from him under the conditions. But Premier, the time will come, I suppose, but they'll have to think about stepping up in trip as well for more options.
Yeah, he's going to have to go to the bend, isn't he, shortly, the 1,200 metres or even beyond that, possibly. But John Size just places them really well, doesn't he? He puts them in races that they can win, the easiest contest coming up for them, potentially to win, and he's done that with Premier, hence he's won 4 on the trot. But yeah, they're going to have to take on other opposition over a varying distance at some stage, but you wouldn't be worrying about that now.
No, I mean, he's gone around the bend at Happy Valley, okay?
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I don't think the bend's going to be a problem.
No.
It's just the 1,200.
The 1,200 might be the little issue, but who knows?
Yeah. OK, well, he was obviously a big mover as far as the ratings were concerned. He picked up 6 points, moves him up to 110 now. Time to Celebrate, and Ping Hai's Star created a very good impression. He's gone up 10 points, but no classic mile for him.
No, John Size has suggested that he's more the sprinting type, so he's going to keep him for those types of races. Interesting that Premier's the 3rd highest rated 4-year-old in Hong Kong, but we won't be seeing him in the 4-year-old series. There's obviously a couple of other horses that performed particularly well. I thought the win from Radiant Steed was outstanding. I didn't think he was that good. He's obviously really blossomed over the last few months, and that was a magnificent win from him.
More than lucky did win, though, and he is going to the Classic Mile for Frankie.
And it was a good win from him as well. He's the most progressive horse, definitely.
Right.
Yep.
OK, so the Classic Mile, the entries are out as well and on the website. We'll keep moving forward, though, and we'll be looking back at that Radiant Steed race in a moment with our horses to follow. Going to start things off, Paul, with the very first race on the weekend, and it's one of those look away now if you backed him.
Yeah, definitely. It was, look, Refined Treasure went out favourite, and just look, he's absolute cantering here. The gaps that are closed, he got checked once, then he went for a gap the outside, and the other horse came in, and about there, bang, gone, and that was the end of his race. At that stage, I thought he was going to win, to be honest. Another good run from this was Ray's Call. He got a How's Your Father halfway down the straight, and he hit the line very strongly for fourth as well. So there's a couple to come out of that race. So Stewart's report I expected to be like War and Peace, actually. It was quite long.
Only one jockey got suspended out of it, Derek Lung, for the ride on People's Champion, which collided there with Ray's Call, but the rest of the jostling was just race incident, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot to diverge out of that, isn't there?
All right, it'll be another day for him. Rookie star for you, Brett?
Yeah, he's a horse you made to follow, Andrew, off the back of his first start over the straight 1,000. He got a long way out of his ground and he really charged home late. That in his next two runs, he's had excuses. This was almost a bit of a sit sprint, this race, won by Compassion Star. That's Carefree Prince on the lead. You can just see Rookie Star there on the back of the winner, about 2 lengths behind. He stepped up to 1,400 metres for the first time. He's by hard spun. I just like the way he kept going to the line here. He's only a little horse. He's less than 1,000 pounds. Just here, he really digs in there with Good For You, got to his outside in a sit sprint. I thought that was a good effort. If he can put on a little bit of weight and strengthen up, I think he's a horse that can win a few.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they take him to the dirt too, being by hard spun.
Yeah.
And lucky time, Andrew.
Yeah.
He's been unlucky in that one as
Yeah,
well.
he was better up above the 1,400, wasn't he? And maybe the slight ease in the ground helped him. So we're not done with him just yet. I'm going to go for a first starter, Mickey Rich. Now, actually finishes a long way back. This is the Radiant Steed race. Radiant Steed's just on his outside at the moment, and finishes with a rare rattle here to down Amazing Star. This is Mickey Rich's first start. He'd won over the 1,400 metres in the UK and up to the mile as well. This is 1,200, so it's going to be a little bit on the short side for him, but I think he didn't fare too well from the gates, and you can see him out wide there, so he's just working his way home quite easily, really. But I think a step up in trip, the trials coming in hadn't been too bad. He'd been leading as well in the UK, so I think up in trip and a more suitable draw, and hopefully we'll see a return with him as well. So that's Mickey Rich off Saturday. Now, as far as the suspensions were concerned, we mentioned Derek Lung. You saw it there on People's Champion as well. 2 days, 13th to the 18th, plus $25,000. Nashville on Everbrave, a couple of days for him, 2 and the 25 as well. And Joe Moreira on Ping Hai Star, who was very impressive, but he picked up a couple of days trying to find a way through, 13th to the 18th of January. All right, the horses not going round on Wednesday night. Forever Posh is now replaced by King Bountiful, who loves it here at Happy Valley. Matthew Chadwick will be on board him. And Bravo Watchman is out as well. It allows Blocker D into the final race. So race 8, number 12, Blocker D, Karis Teeton in the saddle. As far as the programme is concerned, though, we're back on the B course here. 8's on the turf, of course, for meeting number 37. And we kick things off with a 1,000-metre dash. This is a Class 5, headed by Sparkling Talent. Drops back into Class 5 company, a place he's won 3 times in the past. Room and Air, Class 5 for the first time for him. Actuate yet to win in 24 starts. Course and distance first time. Rugby Diamond finally draws a gate. Barrier 2, he will go forward. Glora Horsey, runner-up course and distance last time out. Kim Gloria's got pace. And King Steed, well, he was 4th course and distance last time out, behind Idyllic Wind.
1,000 metres to start off with in the lowest grade. Rugby Diamond, should he step, which he more times than not does, could possibly find the lead here from gate 2. Kim Glory. We know Ruminair's a horse that's got a lot of speed. He won an 800-metre trial not long ago leading into this. They should generate some pace. There's going to be a few that get caught deep.
It looks a really, truly run race, this one. His Sparkling Talent, he comes back into a grade that is more suitable for him. He has won over the course and distance. He's going very well at the moment. He's downgraded. He'll get back, so he'll want that pace on. Sparkling Talent, just working down the back straight. Rugby Diamond's going nice enough as well. He's one that will be on the pace, as Brett mentioned. Barrier 2 finally gets a barrier draw. And Tony Millard's got him going along quite nicely at the moment, Rugby Diamond. just cruising along there at the end. Now, I'm showing this one. It goes back to Boxing Day, but carried a win on the insides working with Kingsfield. After this gallop, Kingsfield came out and won. Now, Carried a Win's having its first start from a new stable, so I thought it was just worth highlighting that because it was a winning gallop from the outside horse, and here is his second gallop going in. I think he's going better, this horse, at the moment, so what price is he? $28. I think he could be one you could take at a big price, but his track work's definitely going okay for Richard Gibson. All right,
okay. Actuat's our early favourites. We're going to start off, though, with Sparkling Talent and Rugby Diamond, but we're going back to October to see this.
We are, because this is the last time, Andrew, that Sparkling Talent was in Class 5 and he got the job done. He's had the 3 wins in his career from 33 starts. They've all been in this class and they've all been this course and distance, and 2 of them have been for Nasrallah. He's got weight and he's got an awkward barrier, but it hasn't bothered him in the past. So because of those factors alone, I think you need to consider him.
I've got him on top, actually. I think he's been running well. He has run on a bit from those Class 4 races at Sha Tin. Back here now to Happy Valley, I think he could, with this pace on, I'm going to side with him. I think he's a good chance.
Yep.
OK, well, speaking of pace, Glory Horse will probably appreciate some as well, because he'll get back midfield or worse and hopefully rattle home.
This is having its 3rd start now for Michael Friedman. He's a bit of an old-timer, a 9-year-old. But the way he thundered home late here under the guidance of Zach Purton suggests maybe there is another win in the old boy. Just like this last 100, I thought he was going to do win for Patrol for sure, and only a stride out from winning. Gets another opportunity. He's got to produce that again, which they often don't in Class 5, as we know. But I'll give him the chance to from a good barrier.
Yeah, no, I think he'll run pretty well as well. As you say, just as he puts the 2 in together, then he can be right
I think there might be a little bit more pace in this race too, as opposed to that one we just saw. So that might even help him more.
As a younger horse, he used to be on the pace, didn't he? But he's sort of dropped. As now he's sort of getting on as he do. You sort of relax a bit more.
Yeah. Little bit of a chill pill from time to time.
Yeah.
Ruminaire, we need to take a check on as well. He drops into Class 5 for the first time, so we're looking at a trial for him because he's first up since July.
Yeah, he's had a trial after this as well, Andrew, where he was 3rd, but he was beaten a long way. But look, we know this horse has got some ability. You could look down at the scorecard. He ran 2nd to Fairy Twins in 1938 back in September last year, but he's had problems throughout his whole career.
He's put on 26 pounds, which is quite interesting as well coming into this. I've sided with him probably too many times, and I've let him go this time. But look, I wouldn't be surprised if he ran all right.
I'm going to play the safety card, throw him in 4th.
All right, OK, but Sparkling Talent on top for you, Paul?
Yeah, I'm going to put Sparkling Talent on top. I think this could be his race, so we'll put him on top to beat. Carried a Win with its stable change. I like his track work, so I'm going to put him in. He'll be my little outsider. They're playing around with the gear as well. Tongue tie, visor and earplugs come off. So first start for the new stable. He'll get back, he'll run on. Rugby Diamond finally gets a draw, and Actuariat has been running well in this grade. But I'll be backing the 1 each way, especially at $8.70.
Yeah, I've got him in too, Paul. I think there's a number of ways you can play this. I went Glory Horsey from Actuariat, who comes back to the turf. Sparkling Talent for the reasons Paul mentioned. And I threw in Ruminaire, but I'm a little bit interested in the one Paul's shown from Track Work too. Carried a Win at a price. So Exotics is the way to go, I would have thought, along with the old Ichi way maybe on the 1. I went the 148 QQP, but I think you can really get stuck into this and have a decent crack at the Exotics, because you'll be well rewarded if you can snare the result. Who'd you end up with, Andrew?
Rugby Diamond, actually. Like this is the first time in how long he's drawn a gate. If he jumps out and controls things, who knows? Barrier 2 for him, so I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. So, right, that's race number 1. Off and running we are for Happy Valley's Wednesday night programme. Quick break for us, back with 2 and 3 on the other side of this.